Well, we line up for Conference Series number 4 as Carson-Newman hosts the Anderson University Trojans here at the Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex, where the Eagles looking to get back in the win column after a split earlier on this week against Wingate. And this Anderson team really, really good thus far in conference play. They are 5-1 in conference in sack play, whereas Carson-Newman 3-3, and the Eagles trying to climb higher and higher in the sack standings, whereas Anderson, they're near the top. The only team that is on top of them in the sack standings right now is Lenoir-Rhyne. They are 4-0 on the season. Anderson overall, though, is 19-5, Carson-Newman 22-7, so a little bit of a busier schedule for the Eagles thus far this season, but nonetheless, game 30-31 here today on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday afternoon, and Atiana Stamper, the stellar freshman, gets the start in the circle. She'll throw to Anne-Marie Richards. And the first batter for the Trojans is Katie Davis, and Davis will dig in from the left side as here comes the first pitch, and it is a strike on the outside corner. A good start by Stamper there. Your starting lineup for the Trojans is Kara Davis. Shelby Bant will be hitting second. The next pitch on the way from Stamper comes in the zone. It's slapped right to Macaulay Bailey's glove, and she handles it for the first out here in the top of the first. One away for Carson-Newman's defense. That brings up Shelby Bant, the left fielder. Carson Hobbs, the DP, will hit after Bant. Lauren Brakovic will hit in the cleanup spot. Cadence Barrick 5, Cheney Crosby 6, Bella Harbor at 7. Jenna Davis at shortstop, she'll be hitting 8th, and Chloe Maness, the catcher, will round out this lineup. First pitch from Stamper to Bant is a rise ball that misses too far upstairs, and that'll be ball 1 for Bant. Next pitch from Stamper comes in on the outside corner again. It's a good pitch, 1-1 count for the senior Shelby Bant. Bant, coming out of Fort Valley, Georgia, was an all-sack selection last season. She was on the second team. And here comes Stamper with the 1-1. A little too far outside, says home plate umpire Don Spencer. Carolyn Zeisler is at first base, and Lynn Carpenter at third. 2-1 is a check swing on the moving Bant, but nothing there, so make it 3-1. Missed a little too far outside. Stamper hits again that outside corner, goes back to the fastball and makes it a full count. The freshman making her 14th appearance this season, her 11th start this year. She's thrown 67 2/3 now for the Eagles, and here comes the full count, and it's a little too high, so Bant will take her base. And now speed on the bases for Anderson. Bant with 11 stolen bases this season. She leads this Trojan team. So threat on the base pass for freshman catcher Anne-Marie Richards. And that brings up Carson Hobbs, the DP in this lineup. Stamper, first pitch is cut on and swung out to left center field. It's going to hit the wall, take one bounce, where Addie Saunders swallows it up. Bant is making her way around third. Richards can't get the tag off. Good throw from the outfield there, but nonetheless, Anderson on the board early here as Shelby Bant comes around to score after she reached on a walk, and Carson Hobbs picks up the RBI double. This Trojan team, second in the sack in terms of scoring. They average about 7.3 runs per game. And they put pressure on the Eagles already here and on this freshman pitcher, Atiana Stamper, as she throws the first pitch to Lauren Brakovic, and it's fouled off for strike 1. Just one out on the board for Carson-Newman's defense. And Carson Hobbs is at second. Next pitch goes into the padding behind the base, but it takes a friendly bounce, and Carson Hobbs will stay where she is on second. Makes the count 1-1 to Brakovic. 0-2 now. And that one is just a touch high at the letters of Brakovic, the first baseman. Defensive alignment for Carson-Newman, Macaulay Bailey at first base, Reese Winchester at second, Malia Smith at short, Grace Gregory at third, Stamper in the circle, Anne-Marie Richards behind the dish, and here comes Stamper with the 1-2, a rise ball that's at the eyes of Brakovic, and that'll make it 2-2. Addie Saunders is in left field, Abby Martin in center, and Katie Mathena is in right field. That's what the defense looks like for Carson-Newman, and here comes the 2-2 from Stamper. Off-speed pitch gets her way early, and strikeout number 1 for Atiana Stamper on the day. Beautiful, beautiful command there on that changeup, and gets Brakovic going way too early. She wanted all of that one. Brings up Cadence Barrick, the third baseman, as she pulls this one up the left field line. It's tracking back. Saunders to the wall. Can't make the grab. And Anderson up 3-0 after Cadence Barrick jacks a 2-run shot that's going to bring Carson Hobbs around to score as well. And her team leading 6th home run of the season. Barrick, the junior, is 7th in the South Atlantic Conference in terms of total home runs. And she jacks a 2-run shot here in the top of the first to make it 3-0 Anderson. Two outs on the board for Carson-Newman's defense, and the Eagles offense is going to have some work to do here in the bottom of the first to get things level. Stamper wants a moment as Cheney Crosby, the second baseman, will step in to face her for the first time. Stamper has given up 10 home runs now this season as Crosby shoots one out to right center, and Abby Martin is comfortable underneath it to make the catch for the final out of the inning. So Anderson puts 3 up in the top of the first, and Carson-Newman's offense gets to work when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network as Anderson has put up 3 runs in the top of the first, and now Kara Kilgore will step into the circle to face this Carson-Newman offense for the first time. Oh, in fact, they'll change their starting lineup and put in Carson Hobbs, who was initially listed as the designated player in this game, but they will throw Hobbs in this game, and Hobbs making her 6th start here in the circle. She'll face Malia Smith first and foremost, and the first pitch to her, an off speed that misses just a touch outside. So ball 1 to Malia Smith, this leadoff hitter. Smith playing shortstop, as she has all season. The freshman, a lineup staple for Carson-Newman, tries to lay down the bunt. It's in the box where Chloe Maness picks it up. And That'll even the count at 1-1. Smith, a .461 hitter this season, has been just excelling, and one of the players that Michael Graves said probably should have been higher rated, even though she was a SAC player to watch. Here comes the 1-1, and it's an off-speed straight to the shortstop that Davis bobbles. It leaks into Crosby's glove as she makes her way over to second, and Malia Smith is aboard here. That'll go down as an error on Jenna Davis, the shortstop, and that brings up Abby Martin, who swings from the right side, as Smith takes a hard lead off first, but nothing there. Lineup for this Carson-Newman squad: Malia Smith, the leadoff hitter, Abby Martin hitting second, Macaulay Bailey, the first baseman, is hitting third, and here comes the 1-0, and it is a strike. Good pitch there by Hobbs. Hobbs comes home with the 1-1. Malia Smith takes off. She's to the outside of the bag. Looked like she dodged the tag, but she was out. So Malia Smith caught stealing by Chloe Maness, and now Abby Martin has nobody on the bases. So Malia Smith gets on thanks to the error by Jenna Davis, and then gets caught stealing as Abby Martin hits a line drive into center field, perfectly placed up the middle. And two batters in a row that have reached base now for Carson-Newman as Abby Martin puts herself on base and brings up Macaulay Bailey, this team's leader in RBIs and hits, and she's got a runner on base to work with. Anderson still up 3-0 as Carson-Newman tries to cut into this lead here in the bottom of the first, and here comes Hobbs with the first pitch to Bailey. It misses outside and low. Defensive alignment for the Trojans: Brakovic is at first base, Crosby at second, Jenna Davis is at shortstop, Barrick at third as Bailey check swings on a high fastball from Hobbs, the pitcher. Chloe Maness doing the catching behind the dish. Bant is in left field. Kara Davis is in center, and Harbor in right as Bailey kind of holds back on an off speed that's caught by Davis as it was straight into the air. She was backpedaling to get it. She makes the catch. That'll be the second out of the inning for this Trojan defense. Kind of saw her pause there on that off speed to time it up and just didn't get all she wanted on that. Brings up Grace Gregory, the third baseman. First pitch is a ball, too far outside on Gregory. Gregory, the transfer from North Alabama, playing in her first season with Carson-Newman, hits a bleeder straight to shortstop where Jenna Davis scoops it up and tosses it over to Lauren Brakovic at first for the final out of the inning. So Anderson still leads 3-0 here after the first inning, and it is Bella Harbor, Jenna Davis, and Chloe Maness due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Bella Harbor, the right fielder, leads off here in the top of the second. She just took a first pitch strike, swung at it from Atiana Stamper as she tries to make up for her 3-run top of the first. The next pitch from her misses high and away for ball 1. Harbor, a .240 hitter this season, but has been struggling with the bat at late. She's moved down the lineup here. She hits 7 for the Trojans and takes a cut at a good changeup from Stamper that falls off the table right at Harbor's knees and makes it 1-2. Off-speed pitch working for Stamper so far. And Harbor cuts on this one. It's up the right field side and out of play, so the count will stay at 1-2. Carson-Newman trying to get back in the win column. They walk off a run rule against Wingate earlier this week, and then Wingate bites right back and takes that second game in that series 4-7. Carson-Newman will lose that one, and here comes Stamper with the 1-2. Nearly gets Harbor on a rise ball, but she holds off successfully. It's 2-2. Eagles have split all 3 of their sack series this season. And here comes the 2-2 from Stamper. High fastball at the letters of Harbor to make the count full. Payoff pitch. Fouled back. Good battle by Harbor here. Harbor, the freshman, coming out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee, has played and started in all 24 games for the Trojans so far, as she cuts on this one up the left field line this side where the slew of Anderson fans are sitting. Good battle by Harbor, 8 pitches in this at-bat against Stamper is that 3-run top of the first where she gave up a home run to Cadence Barrick has made it 3-0, and Harbor swings through the next one, gets a little piece of it, so make it pitch number 9. Anderson coming off a 2-game sweep against Newberry earlier on in the week. Trying to keep their win streak alive. They've now won the last 5 straight, and here comes the payoff. It's too high, so Harbor will take her base as she wins the battle between her and Stamper. Puts the leadoff batter on, and now Jenna Davis can work with the runner on. Davis, a .424 hitter this season, and has been heating up as the month of March has gone on. Making her 14th start as she waves through the first pitch by Stamper. That was kind of high at her letters, but a 1 count for the freshman Stamper. Has hit 3 doubles this season. All 3 of them have come in the month of March. Has been really good. As Harbor takes off, here comes Anne-Marie Richards, and Harbor missed the bag. They got her stealing. Well-placed throw by Anne-Marie Richards to Malia Smith, and there's one away for Carson-Newman's offense. Or defense, rather. Weather's starting to heat up here in March. And that one is fouled back by Davis, who now has nobody on and 2 strikes. Was cold earlier on in the week here in Jefferson City, but now a balmy 74 degrees as Davis hits a ground ball to Macaulay Bailey's glove, and she'll just tap the bag for the 2nd out of the inning. And that'll bring up the bottom of the order, Chloe Maness, the catcher, here for the Trojans. Maness, the sophomore, hitting .255 this year as she sees the first pitch from Stamper and hits just a short little line drive that kind of cannonballs outside the left field line to make it 0-1. So Stamper doing a good job getting ahead of counts here in the top of the second, has been ahead of every batter. Bella Harbor is the only runner she's allowed after a 10-pitch at bat there. And here comes Stamper with the 0-1. It's a rise ball that misses high and away for ball one. Maness was 1 of 2 against Newberry earlier on this week as she takes a hard swing through that next pitch from Stamper to make it 1-2. Stamper looking for her second strikeout of the contest already. And here comes the pitch. Cut on and miss. Strikeout number 2 for Atiana Stamper. Strikeout number 69 of the season. And that'll bring the Eagles batting order back into the box. It's Anne-Marie Richards, Addie Saunders, and Sarah Walker when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Beautiful day here in Mossy Creek, 74 degrees. Wind is blowing from right to left field, and Carson-Newman is down 3-0 right now to the Anderson Trojans after a 3-run top of the first from the Trojans here. And Anne-Marie Richards will see her first pitch from Carson Hobbs that's swallowed up by the third baseman, Barrick. And a good defensive play there. That ball hit hard from Richards, but well done to handle that one by Barrick. And that'll put one away for Anderson's defense really quick and bring up Addie Saunders, the left fielder, getting her first look at Carson Hobbs, the senior. Coming out of Nicholson, Georgia, as Saunders holds off of a changeup from Hobbs and makes the count 1-0. Hobbs is 5-2 in her start so far this season. Another drop ball that misses low at Saunders' toes to make it 2-0. She's thrown 47 1/3 inning. That's the second most on this Trojan team, only second to Katie Morris, as the 2-0 comes in at the knees of Saunders, and Dawn Spencer likes it, so make it 2-1. Senior with just about 300 career innings of work as Saunders just gets to the off speed at the last moment and takes it towards her own dugout to even the count at 2-2. Saunders, a .425 hitter this season, hits 6th in this Carson-Newman order as she hits a soft hopper to second base, and Crosby, the underhand throw is not in time, and Saunders is aboard. We'll see if they rule that an infield single. It will be. So Carson-Newman has a leadoff runner for the second inning in a row. And Sarah Walker, the DP, will step in. The freshman faces Hobbs, the senior, for the first time here this afternoon. And the first pitch is too far inside. Good take by Walker there. Walker gets underneath one, elevates it into the Bermuda Triangle, but a great sliding grab by Bella Harbor in right field. Puts two away for Anderson. And Katie Mathena will hit with 2 outs on the board, and Addie Saunders at first base. Good sliding grab there by Bella Harbor as Mathena rips one up the left field line, but just a touch foul. Makes it 0-1 early for Carson Hobbs. Mathena, the right fielder, is a .349 hitter this season. And here comes the 0-1 from Hobbs. It's low and away for ball 1. Mathena was 2 of 6 against Wingate earlier on in the week, but 0-3 in game 2 where Carson-Newman lost that ball game. Good change up there by Carson Hobbs as Mathena takes, and it is a called strike. So 1-2 count to Mathena, 2 outs on the board for the Anderson defense. Carson-Newman still trailing 3-0. Here comes Hobbs on the 1-2. Mathena holds off. It was a check swing. They're going to look. She did not go. Looked like she almost got her bat around there as she comes just to the back of the plate and stops in time. But so a 2-2 count for Mathena. Turns and takes. It's an inside pitch, and Carson Hobbs has strikeout number 1 of the day on an inside fastball. Good pitch there by the senior. And the Eagles still scoreless through 2. It's 3-0. Anderson leads, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Top of the third here from the Vicky Casilla Field softball complex, and Atiana Stamper gets to work on the top of the order. Kara Davis, as she is 0 for 1 today. Stamper fires the first one too far outside on the slapper, and it's an 0-1 count, or a 1-0 count. Three runs by Anderson in the top of the first have given them their lead. They came off of an RBI double from Carson Hobbs, and then Cadence Barrick jacks a 2-run shot to put the Trojans up 3-0, as that one fouled off by Davis, makes it 1-1. Davis, a .324 hitter this season. She faces the freshman Stamper for the second time. Good pitch, good placement by Stamper on the outside corner to make it 1-2. Davis, the freshman, coming out of Duncan, South Carolina. Leadoff hitter in this order, and Stamper misses outside and low. Squares our count at 2 apiece, and Davis trying to get her first hit of the day. Stamper trying to limit the damage. Through a scoreless top of the second, and her offense has yet to provide some support for her here. Second time through Anderson's order here in the top of the third. And here comes Stamper with the 2-2. It's fouled off. And Saunders was digging for it, but couldn't get there in time. So it'll stay 2-2. Stamper has been quite the addition for Carson-Newman's pitching staff this season. The freshman coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee, just up the road. Holds the lowest ERA on the staff as she fires the 2-2. It's a line drive to Katie Mathena, who charges in and makes the grab, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Good contact there by Davis, but Mathena in the right place at the right time, and that'll bring up Shelby Bant, the left fielder. Bant worked a walk in her first at bat. And Stamper goes to the rise ball first. It misses outside and high for ball 1. Stamper's 11th start this season, and she fires the 1-0 that misses too far outside to make it 2-0 to the left fielder. In her last appearance against Wingate, she threw all 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, no runs, and had 3 strikeouts against the Bulldogs as Bant cuts through one. She's in motion from the left batter's box. Came around to score after she reached on a walk in her first plate appearance, and that pitch comes a little bit too far inside to make the count 3-1 to the left fielder. Here comes the 3-1, and that one well placed on the outside corner to make the count full. Stamper has allowed just 26 walks this season in her 69 innings she's thrown. Has one of the best strikeout to walk ratios in the conference, and the next pitch is taken by Bant, a little bit too far outside, so count it for walk number 27 for Stamper. And that's going to bring up Carson Hobbs, the pitcher in this Anderson lineup. And she cuts on one. It's a hard ground ball up the middle that gets into center field. Bant is making her way around second. She's in there at third base, sliding in as Gregory nearly bobbles the throw. 2 doubles for Carson Hobbs here that have moved runners around. Shelby Bant reaches third, Carson Hobbs at second, and Lauren Brakovic, the first baseman who struck out in her first at-bat, will step in with runners in scoring position. This is her second look at Stamper. Takes a cut at the first offering by Stamper. It's going to curl foul up the left field side and make the count 0-1. Brakovic in her last at-bat had worked the count to 3-1 before she struck out. She's got 2 runners on here with a potential for some RBIs here in this top of the third. She hits one underneath it. It's going to drop in front of Abby Martin, who's running in. Shelby Bant's coming in to score her second run of the ball game. Carson Hobbs remains where she is on second, as Martin was right there with the ball. And Brakovic, with a single, fell in between second, shortstop, and center field. And now everyone's going to come in for Carson-Newman and have a conversation here to try and get things under control. As Holly Tucker-Vance comes out to have a conversation with Atiana Stamper. Malia Smith looks like she's leading conversations inside that Carson-Newman huddle. And Anderson now up 4-0 on Carson-Newman here in this opener of a 2-game set at Carson-Newman's home ball field. The Eagles are 6-2 at home in 2026. 22-7 throughout the season. They're looking for their 4th sack win of the year, whereas Anderson have won the last 5 straight. 5-1 in conference play, 19-5 on the season. 7-5 in their road games, though. Perfect 12-0 at their home ball field. Carson-Newman had to play there last year and ended up splitting with Anderson in that series. Everyone returns to their places. There's one out on the board for Carson-Newman's defense. Lauren Brakovic at first base. Carson Hobbs is at second, and the home run hitter, Cadence Barrick, comes into the batter's box, watches the first pitch go by for ball 1. Barrick gets a hold of the next pitch, but it's just a fly ball into left field where Addie Saunders is underneath it. Hobbs is looking at her and will stay right where she is, planted on second base. So 2 away for Carson-Newman's defense after the pop fly from Barrick. And a good job by Stamper to stay mentally in those at-bats with Barrick after the 2-run shot in the top of the first. Brings up Cheney Crosby. Crosby watches pitch number 1 go by, well placed on the outside corner by Stamper. Crosby hitting from the left side. She flew out to right center field in her first at bat. Next pitch, same spot, good fastball by Stamper there and makes the count 0-2. That little mound meeting for Stamper, she's come out a little bit fiery. As the right-handed freshman takes her sign, she's got runners at first and second. And that one is a line drive to Malia Smith as she makes the grab at knee height. And that's going to put away the top of the third. Anderson up 4-0 after Shelby Bant comes around to score on a couple of base hits. And we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Well, it's the bottom of the order. Reese Winchester, Malia Smith, the top of the order, and Abby Martin due up for Carson-Newman as they're down 4-0 right now to Anderson at their home ball field. And Winchester playing second base today will step in to face Carson Hobbs, the senior, for the first time this afternoon. And she takes an off-speed pitch that comes in at belt height for Winchester for strike 1. Winchester, a .224 hitter this season, has split time here in March with Shelby Armstrong as she chops one to the third baseman Barrick. Throw is not on the bag, but a heads-up play by Lauren Brakovic as she turns and tags Winchester on her way to the base, and that's going to put one away for the Trojan defense. Brings up Malia Smith, who reached on an error in her first at-bat, then was caught stealing at second. Smith, the freshman, squares around for the bunt, finally takes off in her true slapping form, and the first pitch, a strike from Hobbs. Smith, a .461 hitter this year, watches the next pitch go by to make the count 1-1. Third in the South Atlantic Conference in batting average. Macaulay Bailey, the leader in the South Atlantic Conference in batting average. She hits third in this Carson-Newman order. Off speed is a perfectly placed bunt by Smith right in front of the catcher, Maness. But a good throw by the sophomore catcher. Maness gets her at first, and that puts 2 away for the Trojan defense. They still lead by 4 runs here in Jefferson City. And Abby Martin, who is responsible for one of Carson-Newman's 2 hits, watches the first pitch from Hobbs. It is a strike. Martin hit a line drive out to left field in her last at bat. And here comes the 1-0. Too high, well framed by Maness, but 1-1 nonetheless. Martin, the senior, a .345 hitter in an Eagles uniform as she hits one sharply up the left field line. She's going to be on base for the second time in this ball game. She takes a hard turn around first and finally holds up as she sees the throw come in from Bant in left field. And Macaulay Bailey gets her second look at Carson Hobbs. Hit a fly ball to shortstop in her first at bat, and now watches the first pitch that gets in front of Maness as she slides to a knee. Abby Martin stays planted. Bailey was in this pretty much similar situation last time. She had 1 out on the board the last time she was up, but Abby Martin on first base as well. Gets a piece of the off speed. Ends up fouling it off and evening the count, or making the count 1-2. 2 outs on the board for the Trojan defense as Hobbs tries to stay perfect. Roxon fires, this one too high, and makes it 2-2. Bailey 14th in Division II in batting average as she takes a swing at the off speed again, a slow roller to Barrick at third, and it's in time at first base for the final out of the inning. So Carson Hobbs has stayed scoreless through 3, and we'll go to the top of the 4th where it's Harbor, Davis, and Maness when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large 1-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large 1-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Okay, let's see. I'm ready to do this. Carson-Newman. It's been around since 1851. Lots of flexible online programs. Wow. World-class accredited academics. A faith and learning environment with professors who really care about me. A top 10 best value school. Carson-Newman gives $48 million a year in financial aid. This is the perfect place. I'm in.
Well, it's a 4-0 ball game here in Mossy Creek. Anderson leads the Carson-Newman Eagles 4-0 as Atiana Stieper gets back to work for inning number 4 and fires the first pitch to Bella Harbor. That misses outside for ball 1. Harbor walked in her last at bat before she was caught stealing at second base, very similar to Malia Smith. And Stamper goes to the rise ball that misses at the eyes of Harbor, makes the count 2-0 early. Stamper has thrown 54 pitches here as she makes her way into the fourth inning and goes inside and hits the mark for strike one. So 1-2 count now for Bella Harbor, the right fielder. 3 innings, she's allowed 4 hits and 4 runs. And trying to get the Eagles out of the top of the fourth scoreless so her offense can get back to work. Next pitch misses low to make the count 3-1. Stamper coming into this ball game had the 10th best strikeout to walk ratio in the South Atlantic Conference. She's allowed 3 walks in this ball game already as Harbor turns and pulls one up the left field line and nearly takes out some fans sitting up on the hill. But a full count now as Stamper gets back into this count. 2 strikeouts to go along with her 3 walks today. And the freshman comes home on the payoff. It's a fly ball high into the air, making its way out to center field. Abby Martin settles underneath it and makes the catch for out number 1. Brings up the shortstop, Jenna Davis, who grounded out to Macaulay Bailey at first base in her first at-bat. Davis hitting .424 this season, has played really well of late in the month of March. She has been excellent for the Trojans at the plate, and Stamper fires the first pitch to her that misses too far outside. So the first pitch, a ball to both 2 batters in this inning for Stamper. And Davis takes a swing at the next offering to make it 1-1. Davis, transferring over from North Greenville a couple years ago, has now spent 3 seasons with the Trojans, making her 14th start. And here comes the 1-1 from Stamper, misses high, well out of the zone from Stamper. In the game against Carson-Newman last year, Jenna Davis was 3 of 8 against the Eagle pitching staff, and she hits a line drive right up the middle on cue to Abby Martin, who accepts it off the 1-hop. And Jenna Davis gets the Trojans' 5th hit of this contest and gets herself on base for Chloe Maness, the catcher. 1 out for Carson-Newman's defense. And the Eagles have allowed a base runner now in 4 straight frames. Davis a hard lead off first as Richard pops to make sure she was staying where she was. That pitch to Maness was a ball. Here comes the 1-0 from Stamper as Davis another hard lead. Richards is very aware of her over there at first base, but that pitch was a called strike. So 1-1 count for Maness. Maness struck out in her first at-bat against Stamper. And she swings through the next pitch. Good off speed from Stamper. Gets Maness way early and makes the count 1-2. One-two, and Maness fouls it back. Jenna Davis on first base. Carson-Newman's defense has 1 out, and Stamper trying to put the inning away. Carson-Newman is yet to score in this ball game. And Stamper tries to get her to go on the rise ball. She does not, so evens the count at 2 apiece. Maness, the sophomore, hitting .255 this season. Every other game in March, she has a hit. And she swings through the next pitch. Strikeout number 2 of the day for Chloe Maness. Strikeout number 3 for Atiana Stamper. Puts 2 outs on the board for the Eagle defense and brings up the top of the order Kara Davis, the center fielder. Davis is 0 for 2 today. Freshman facing the freshman pitcher. Both of these two having great freshman seasons with their respective clubs as she fouls the first pitch back. Makes it 0-1. Davis on base about 46% of the time for the Trojans as the leadoff batter. And here comes Stamper with the 0-1, misses high and away for ball 1. Runner on first base is Jenna Davis, who is on board thanks to a line drive into center field. And gets Davis swinging at the rise ball. Makes it 1-2. Davis hitting from the left side. Freshman against freshman. And Stamper wins the battle as she works a line drive right to Malia Smith. That's going to put the inning away. And Atiana Stamper puts up a scoreless top of the 4th. The Eagles still trail by 4, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
The #1 source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is shopseeandeagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. Shopseeandeagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeAndEagles.com.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network for the bottom of the 4th, where Carson-Newman trails 4-0 against the Anderson Trojans. Randa DeCrow checking on with you for a 2-game set today in this South Atlantic Conference Series. And Grace Gregory will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th after Atiana Stamper comes in big and draws a couple weak contact plays. First pitch from Carson Hobbs to Gregory misses well in the other batter's box. And here comes the 1-0. It's inside on Gregory as she dodges out of the way to make it 2-0. Gregory grounded out to shortstop in her first at bat. This is her second look at Hobbs. Gregory, a .320 hitter for the Eagles this season as she waits back on an off speed and pulls it nearly into the Anderson dugout to make the count 2-1. Gregory in her first year with Carson-Newman after transferring over from North Alabama. And she has been a staple at third base for Carson-Newman. And she takes the next pitch, a drop ball that misses a little low. Hitters count for Grace Gregory here in the bottom of the 4th. And she'll work the walk. Carson Hobbs with 1 strikeout and 1 walk. She has the 4th best strikeout to walk ratio in the South Atlantic Conference at 4, and she allows 1 there. Just her 11th walk she's allowed in 52 innings this season. So Gregory on base, that brings up the freshman catcher Anne-Marie Richards, who watches an off speed at the knees as it falls off the table and misses the zone. Ball 1 for Richards, a .365 hitter this season. And she takes a hard ground ball to third base where Barrick will turn it to second. They'll get the leadoff runner in Gregory, and Richards is on first thanks to the fielder's choice. So 1 out for Anderson's defense as they get the leadoff runner there. And that brings up Addie Saunders. Saunders watches the first one go by as she nearly turned on it, but instead watches it. It was a strike the whole way. Saunders, the sophomore out of Radford, Virginia. Third best batting average in this Carson-Newman lineup and 6th in the South Atlantic Conference. Next pitch goes by and misses low and away for ball 1. She's got Anne-Marie Richards at first base. And Saunders takes the off speed that misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike for Addie Saunders. Saunders is 1 for 1 today. Hit a ground ball to second base in her first at bat and reached thanks to her speed. And next pitch in there for strike 2 on Saunders. 2-2 to the sophomore. And that one, good take there by Saunders. She watches that one go by just below her kneecaps. Make the count full. Who's going to win the battle here? Hobbs goes to the off speed, and Saunders a good job to slow down halfway through her swing and get that one foul. Keeps it 3-1. We'll do it all over again. Anne-Marie Richards still at first base. 38 hits this season for Addie Saunders, and she's been good in conference play, hitting .500 against South Atlantic Conference opponents. Here comes the payoff. It's a rise ball that Saunders battles back. Good fight here from Saunders and Hobbs as these two go toe-to-toe. Saunders was 5 of 7 against Wingate earlier this week, looking to continue her hot play. Hits a ground ball up the middle. Richards will reach second, and Addie Saunders a single with 1 out to put Anne-Marie Richards in scoring position. Fought off a couple of pitches and finally takes advantage of one as she gets it right over Carson Hobbs' head, and that'll bring up Sarah Walker. Freshman DP takes the first pitch. She's got runners at first and second and a 1-0 count now. Walker is 0 for 1 today. She flew out to right field in her first at bat. Young lineup for Carson-Newman. And next pitch is low and away, but Don Spencer likes it, so 1-1 count. Walker hitting .341 this season as she takes a little check swing at an off speed, and she was on plane with that ball because she got a little piece of it, fouled it back to make it 1-2 as she laughs at herself for that one. Hobbs trying to get out number 2 of this inning. Walker a ground ball to shortstop where Anne-Marie Richards is right in front of her. She makes a good play to get the leadoff runner at third base, so Richards will be retired. Addie Saunders moves to second, and Sarah Walker is at first thanks to the fielder's choice, but the Eagles offense finally putting pressure here on Anderson's defense. And the right fielder, Katie Mathena, can step in with runners at first and second. She's got Saunders at second as she rips a line drive into the 5-6 gap. Saunders is making her way around second. She beats the throw out. She's in at home. And it's a 4-1 ball game as Carson-Newman finally cuts in to this Trojan lead. Katie Mathena, the RBI single here in the bottom of the 4th. Sunk down to meet that ball, lowered her knees, and took it right in between the 5-6 gap. Good job by the right fielder, and now Reese Winchester watches pitch number 1 go by as you hear the Carson-Newman dugout come to life here after that RBI single from Katie Mathena. Sarah Walker is at second base. And Winchester watches the next pitch go by. It's an off-speed that comes in just about at her belly button for strike 1. One count for Winchester. She's a .224 hitter this season. And Hobbs goes back to the fastball that misses too far outside. Pretty good velocity difference there from Hobbs between that off-speed and that fastball. The lefty stands tall and fires the 1-2. It's fouled off by Winchester. Toward the Trojan dugout, so a 2-2 count. 2 outs on the board for the Anderson defense. Mathena at first base, Sarah Walker at second. Carson-Newman now trailing by 3 as here comes the 2-2, and that'll be a strikeout. Winchester watched it go by, and strikeout number 2 on the afternoon for Carson Hobbs as the Eagles cut in to the Trojan lead, but it's still 4-1. They've still got a little bit to make up, and it'll be Shelby Bant, Carson Hobbs, and Lauren Brockovic when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Well, the Eagles cut into the Trojan lead in the bottom of the 4th, and we're in the top of the 5th now, where Anderson still leads 4-1, and Stamper will throw the first pitch to Shelby Bant. It misses outside, and Bant has yet to record an at-bat in this contest, 2 walks, and she's done that incredibly well all season long. She's worked 33 walks now in her senior season for Anderson, as the next pitch from Stamper misses high again, and it's 2-0 early for Shelby Bant. The senior, part of the All-SAC second team last year, and watches the next pitch go by. It's 3-0. Pretty quickly here for the left fielder, looking for her 3rd walk of this contest. Next pitch comes in on the black of the plate on the lefty Bant to make it 3-1. Anderson trying to get some life in their dugout after Carson-Newman found some energy in the bottom of the 4th. Stamper hits the zone with a fastball outside and makes the count full. Here comes the payoff as Bant hits this one high into the air up the 3rd base side. Malia Smith moving to her right to get underneath it, and she'll make the catch for the first out of the inning, the first time that Bant has been retired in this ball game. And Carson Hobbs the pitcher in this contest will step in. She is 2 for 2 today. A line drive into left field, and another one on the way is this one heading out towards Addie Saunders as she takes a couple shuffles and gets underneath it, and that's the first time Carson Hobbs has been sat down today. 2 doubles for the senior pitcher in this game, and finally she is retired and brings up Lauren Brakovic, who hit a line drive into center field last time around, but she is 1 for 2 today with a strikeout to her name as well as she cuts through the first pitch, maybe gets a little piece of it that lands in the glove of Anne-Marie Richards behind the dish. Richards sets up outside, and that pitch from Stamper in there for strike 2. "81 pitches for Stamper and still locating it well." She'll step off the mound, call time. Needs a second to receive the call from pitching coach Holly Tucker-Vance. Takes a look into the dugout, and here comes the 0-2. Fouled towards the Carson-Newman dugout. Macaulay Bailey hustling over, but can't get there in time. And the count will stay 0-2. 2 outs on the board for Carson-Newman's defense, trying to put together a second inning in a row scoreless. Stamper with the 0-2, gets Brakovic swinging. It's fouled off again. 4 pitches in this at-bat, but it is 0-2. 2 outs on the board for Carson-Newman's defense. Sun has finally come out to play here in Mossy Creek. Carson-Newman in their white uniforms with the orange and navy accents. Here comes the 0-2 from Stamper, waved on and missed. Stamper has strikeout number 4 of the afternoon, and that's going to retire the Trojans in order. So the Eagles go 1-2-3, and they have Malia Smith, Abby Martin, and Macaulay Bailey, the top of the order, due up when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
There's something about a small community that unites us, whether it's cheering on our favorite team or the way we come together in a crisis. Small communities are made up of people with big hearts. We're dedicated to hard work and innovation through sunny days and stormy nights. AEC is always here, powering the people and the places that make our community a spectacular place to call home. AEC, power what matters most.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Well, the Eagles are still down by 3 here in Game 1 of this doubleheader on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Rayanna DeCrow checking on with you here on the Eagles Sports Network as Carson-Newman puts a run up in the bottom of the 4th and has made it a 4-1 ball game. The Trojans still leading here in this doubleheader opening game. And Carson Hobbs goes back to work for her 5th inning of work as Malia Smith is the first batter she faces here in the bottom of the 5th, and first pitch is a called strike on the freshman Smith. Smith is 0 for 2 today, reached on an error in her first at bat, and then placed a well-placed bunt right down in front of the catcher, Maness, but she made a great throw over to first base to retire Smith as she fouls one off, and it's 0-2 quick here. Hobbs with 2 strikeouts this afternoon, and here comes the 0-2. Smith goes right up the middle. It's to the backhand of Hobbs, but a great play there by the senior pitcher, and there's one away for the Trojan defense. Bring up Abby Morton, who is 2 for 2. You see Smith moving to the right side, just trying to get a piece of that ball, and gets weak contact to Hobbs as Martin takes the first pitch in the turf. Martin, the senior, having such a great year for Carson-Newman. Hitting .396, and here comes the 1-0. It's an off speed that finds the top of the zone. Makes it 1-1. The senior carrying the 4th best batting average on this team. Next pitch in there for strike 2 as Hobbs goes back to the fastball. One-two misses outside. Makes it 2-2 as Hobbs feeling good about this bottom of the 5th. Trying to shut Carson-Newman down for a 4th inning out of 5 here. Off speed. Nearly gets Martin to go, but she holds off just in time to make the count full. Martin trying to get on base for her 3rd straight plate appearance. She hits a soft ground ball to third base where Barrick scoops it up and slings it over to Brakovic in time for out number 2. Carson Hobbs has done a great job limiting this Eagles offense, who has been so good this season. Hitting .371 as a team. And here's Macaulay Bailey, who check swings through the first pitch but does break the plane. Makes it 1-0. Bailey is 0 for 2 today. The best hitter in the South Atlantic Conference, one of the best hitters in Division II, has been held hitless by Hobbs. And she goes to the off-speed again. It's gotten Bailey every time, and a bleeder to Barrick at third base is over to first in time. So Macaulay Bailey has been retired in all 3 of her plate appearances, and Carson-Newman still trails by 3 as we head to the top of the 6th, where it's Barrick, Crosby, and Harbor when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to shopseeandeagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeAndEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeAndEagles.com. Visit today.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Top of the 6th, and Atiana Stamper will have to face the home run hitter in this ball game first here as she cuts on the first pitch and misses for strike 1. Stamper sat the Trojans down in order for the first time in the top of the 5th in this ball game, and looks to do it again to help her offense get back to work. And the next pitch by Stamper misses low and away for ball 1. Stamper looking to the dugout for the 1-1 call, and she finally rocks and fires. Cut on and fouled back to make it 1-2. Barrick is 1 of 2 today with that 2-run shot in the top of the first that put Anderson up 3-0 early, and then flew out to right field in her last at bat. Here comes the 1-2. It's a ground ball to Grace Gregory, who gobbles it up and is in time to Macaulay Bailey to put out number 1 away for the Eagles defense. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Cheney Crosby. Crosby is 0 for 2 today. Hit a line drive to Malia Smith in her last at bat at shortstop. And she'll dig in from the left side. Trojans wearing their black uniforms today with the gold lettering and white accents as they travel from South Carolina, and Crosby hits one right up the middle. Malia Smith to her left side and makes the throw in time. Good play by the freshman shortstop who has been so stout defensively for Carson-Newman, stepping in her rookie season and playing in the middle infield for the Eagles. And now Bella Harbor, the right fielder, will face Stamper for the third time in this ball game. She fouls the first pitch off. Makes it 0-1. Harbor is 0-1 in this game. Hit a fly ball out to center field in her last at bat. Her first at bat worked a walk against Stamper, one of 3 walks she's given up in this game, and Stamper just misses a touch inside to make it 1-1. Harbor watches the rise ball go by. It's outside and away for ball 2. And that pitch by Stamper inside on Harbor to make it a hitter's count for the freshman right fielder. Stamper trying to get back into this count. She's done that relatively well, and she does there as she works the foul ball off the bat of Harbor to make the count full. Harbor is this Trojans team's leader in strikeouts. She struck out 15 times for Anderson this season. This Trojan team, one that works a whole lot of walks as well. The conference leaders in on-base percentage due to a couple of freebies, and there is one right there as Bella Harbor will take her base. The 4th walk given up by Atiana Stamper in this contest. And now Carson-Newman's defense with 2 outs and a runner at first base. Stamper will face Jenna Davis, who is 1 of 2 today. Line drive into center field in her last at bat. Takes a swing at the first pitch, and it's up the third base side where Gregory can't get to it in time. A 1 count here for Davis. She's got a runner at first, and here comes Stamper. Rocks and fires pitch number 100 of the ball game as Anne-Marie Richards fires back to first base, where Harbor is in head first on time. 1-1 count now for Davis as Stamper missed on that pitch. And that one in the turf again, but Richards a good read on that and pops up to try and keep Bella Harbor where she is at first base. Anderson leads the South Atlantic Conference in walks. 124 walks that they've collected this season. And Stamper comes home with the 2-1. Too far outside again. And back-to-back hitters count for these Anderson offensive players. Davis goes right up the middle. Stamper bobbles it out of her glove and can't make the throw in time. She'll just hold it in her hand. So runners will advance. Harbor to second and Davis to first. And that will be an infield single for Jenna Davis. As Anne-Marie Richards wants a quick conversation with Atiana Stamper.
All right, do a job, Lily. Let's go, babe.
2 p.m. here in Jefferson City, and the weather continuing to heat up here, 76 degrees. I think it's pretty safe to say the hottest softball game that Carson-Newman has played here in 2026. And Lily Davenport will come in to pinch hit for Chloe Maness. Maness had struck out both times before Davenport comes in to hit for her, and Stamper misfires outside. So 1-0 count, runners at first and second. It's Jenna Davis at first, Bella Harbor at second. Davenport fouls it back and evens the count at 1 apiece. Stamper trying to get out of this one scoreless. It would be her third scoreless frame in a row. Here comes the 1-1, off speed, in there for strike 2. Good placement by the freshman. Take yourself, you got it. 1-2. A little too high on Davenport. Davenport, a .467 hitter this season, has seen 15 at-bats in 2026 for the Trojans. Collected 7 hits in that span. She's got runners at first and second, 2 outs on the board, and she cuts it one. It's skied up the right field side and will leak out a play before anyone can make a play on that ball. So the count will stay 2-2 to Davenport. Maness was hitting 9 in this order, so Davenport now fills that spot. Stamper trying to win this battle. Keep Carson-Newman with just a 3-run deficit going into the bottom of the 6th, and she misses low in the turf. Good read by Richards, and Harbor, who had taken a healthy lead off second, returns to the bag. Base hit, ball 4, baby. Big spot now for the freshman pitcher. Full count, 2 outs on the board, and runners threatening. Gets the strikeout. Davenport waves through it. It's strikeout number 5 on the day for Atiana Stamper, and puts a 3rd scoreless up in a row for Carson-Newman's defense. And they have the heart of the order, Grace Gregory, Anne-Marie Richards, and Addie Saunders due up when we come back here for the bottom of the 6th on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Six more outs for Carson-Newman to make up a 3-run deficit, as they're down 4-1 right now to Anderson in this first game of a doubleheader here on this beautiful Saturday. The first pitch from Carson Hobbs to Grace Gregory misses low. And Gregory, who is 0 of 1 today, hit a ground ball to shortstop in her first at-bat, walked in her last at-bat, takes the second pitch and the second ball of this third plate appearance for Gregory. Gregory takes the off speed and it hits the outside half of the zone. So 2-1 rather, to the third baseman. Hobbs working quick. Gregory hits a hard line drive out to center field where Davis hustling to get there in time. And Gregory is retired on what would have been a really hard hit ball from the third baseman. Barreled that one up and nearly got it to fall in the gap there, but Kara Davis with wheels to get there in time as Anne-Marie Richards rips one up the left field line, but it is foul, so 0-1 to the freshman catcher. Now just 5 more outs for Carson-Newman to make up a 3-run deficit. And Anne-Marie Richards trying to get something going here in the bottom of the 6th for her team. She is 0 of 2 today and watches the next pitch go by. Too far outside, so 1-1 for Richards. Here comes the 1-1. Richards back up the left field line. A little farther foul this time as she was ahead of that one. Makes it 1-2. Richards owns the 5th best batting average on this team, is responsible for 35 hits this season for Carson-Newman. And here comes the 1-2. Richards softly to the pitcher Hobbs, who catches it off the 1-hop and is in time to Brakovic at first, and that puts 2 away for Anderson's defense. Hard hit ball by Grace Gregory in a center field that was caught, and Anne-Marie Richards on the weak contact is out at first base. And now Addie Saunders, who is 2 for 2 today, will try and do what she's done all year long for Carson-Newman. She gets underneath the first pitch by Hobbs that's lofted out towards the shortstop Davis, who makes the catch over her left shoulder. And that'll be out number 3. So Hobbs sits the Eagles down in order. Now just 3 more outs for Carson-Newman to make up 3 runs. And they've got to deal with the Trojans first in this top of the 7th. It's Davis, Bant, and Hobbs when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Well, Anderson up 4-1 here at the Vicky Cassee Hollifield Softball Complex as Kara Davis takes a hack at the first pitch from Stamper that's lofted out towards Abby Martin, and she's comfortable underneath it to make the catch. And the first out of the top of the 7th. Carson-Newman trailing by 3, and Stamper trying to put together another complete game for Carson-Newman. The freshman has been so consistent this season for the Eagles, and 6 complete games for Carson-Newman in her rookie year. First pitch to Shelby Bant misses low. Bant has drawn 2 walks off the rookie starter and flew out to Malia Smith at shortstop in her last at bat. And she watches the next pitch go by to make it ball 2. Stamper Stamper a tall task here, though, to keep Anderson scoreless and let her offense get back into this ball game as she fires the 2-0 outside corner and good for strike one. She's thrown 3 straight scoreless and trying to keep it that way, make it 4 straight scoreless after the Trojans got to her early. That next pitch from Stamper misses too far outside, and it's 3-1 for Shelby Band. The left fielder is so good at watching pitches go by. And she watches the next one, but it is in there for strike 2, so a full count to Shelby Band. Worked every at-bat to this mark against Stamper, has just heightened Stamper's pitch count in this ball game, and her first strikeout. Stamper's 6th of the afternoon, and Bant is sat down swinging. 2 away for Carson-Newman's defense, and Carson Hobbs trying to put some insurance runs on for Anderson in this top of the 7th. Eagles have the bottom of the 7th to try and get back into this ball game. And here comes Stamper. First pitch to Hobbs is a rise ball. That's too high. Hobbs is 2 of 3 in this ball game, has really helped herself. Was responsible for 2 RBIs as she works the count to 2-0. Stamper missed low. It hit the plate and hopped into Anne-Marie Richards' gloves. A double in her first at-bat that went all the way out to left center field, and then a double in her second at-bat out to center field as she cuts on the rise ball and misses. Makes it 2-1. Stamper on the 2-1. Draws contact, and it's foul where the pitcher warming up in the Anderson bullpen makes the grab. Tosses it back in, and it'll be a 2-2 count for Atiana Stamper. The rookie looking for strikeout number 7 against the Anderson offense, and she misses in the turf pellet. It hit right before the right batter's box on the lefty Hobbs. And the count is full. 2 outs on the board for Atiana Stamper, a full count. Takes the sign and rocks and fires. Rise ball misses, and Hobbs will take her base. So walk number 5 from Atiana Stamper. She has 7 strikeouts to go along with it. Trojans did a good job getting to her early. Put up 3 in the top of the first and then tacked on an extra 1 in the top of the third. The Eagles cut into the Trojan lead in the bottom of the 4th, and might get a pinch runner in here for Carson Hobbs. Yes, we will. It's going to be Jolie Davis, the freshman, to come in and pinch run for Hobbs, as the senior pitcher has done good work. 2 hits to go along with 7 innings of work. Just 1 run she has allowed. And here comes Stamper. The first pitch to Brakovic is pulled out to left center field. Saunders moving to get underneath it, and she gets the catch on the run to put the Trojans down for a 4th scoreless in a row. Now just 3 outs for Carson-Newman to work back into this Trojan lead. It's 4-1, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Sure, we've been around a while, 171 years to be exact. We know the power of a liberal arts-based Christian education and the tremendous potential of what can be found on this campus, within this community. We are adventurers, dreamers, believers, passionate and compassionate, curious and clever, driven by a common purpose towards a common goal.
I found my passion.
I found purpose.
We are Carson-Newman.
What will you find?
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Domino's Pizza.
3 more outs for Carson-Newman to get back into this ball game against Anderson. They're down 4-1 as we move into the bottom of the 7th in Game 1 of this 2-game doubleheader. Lots going on in Carson-Newman land today on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Carson-Newman track and field is at the Lee University Invitational. Beach volleyball plays 2 today. They already beat LaGrange 5-0 and now play Colorado Mesa as well as we wait on the score from that one. Sarah Walker takes the first pitch and hits it into left field right through the 5-6 gap, and the freshman DP leads off with a single here in this bottom of the 7th as the Eagles try and rally here. Carson-Newman baseball lines up for 2 against Tusculum today as well. They're currently down 4-5 in the top of the 6th. And that brings up Katie Messina here with Sarah Walker at first base. That pitch from Hobbs was off the plate. So a 1-0 count to Messina. Walker on first base, no outs for the right fielder. And she watches a high fastball. Carson-Newman trying to fire up everyone on the bench to get this game in hand here in the bottom of the 7th. And the next pitch from Hobbs is in front of the catcher, Maness, but she hops up quick, keeps it in front of her, and Sarah Walker will remain on first base. Mathena is 1 for 2 today, as Maness will go have a conversation with Carson Hobbs, the senior pitcher. 300 career innings of work for Carson Hobbs in the circle for Anderson. 220 career strikeouts for the senior. She's had quite the career at Anderson. And trying to work a complete game here for the Trojans, allow Katie Morris to take over in Game 2. The next pitch, a rise ball. Mathena takes her base. Just the second walk Carson Hobbs has given up in this ball game. And now the Eagles have a runner in scoring position at second, and that looks like that's going to be the end of Carson Hobbs' day. So a new pitcher will come in for Anderson. It's going to be a new pitcher for the Trojans. And Carson-Newman now with a runner at first and second as Cora Kilgore will come in to relieve Carson Hobbs of her duties. A really good job by Hobbs as she goes 6 innings, gives up 6 hits, but just 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts through 88 pitches for the Trojans before Cora Kilgore will take over. And she was scheduled to be the starter in this ball game for the Trojans. The freshman coming out of Smithville, Tennessee, stands at 5'2" and throws from the left side. So 2 lefties in a row that Carson-Newman has to deal with here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. We talked about lots going on in Carson-Newman land today. Carson-Newman women's soccer is over scrimmaging just behind the softball complex here. Carson-Newman men's and women's tennis played Coker today. So the men's already lost. The men's already lost 4-1 to the Cobras, and the women's are playing right now. Carson-Newman women's soccer scrimmaging Sewanee over there, just behind the softball complex, and Cora Kilgore is ready to go against the pinch hitter Shelby Armstrong, who comes in to hit for Reese Winchester. And Armstrong, first pitch is a strike from Kilgore. Tough spot to come in here for Shelby Armstrong. She's got runners at first and second, but no outs, so not a lot of pressure. Just 3 outs, though, for the Eagles to make up 3 runs and tie this ball game. Next pitch is a rise ball that gets away from Kilgore. Makes it 1-1. Mathena at first, Walker at second, and that pitch from Kilgore outside and no good for ball 2. A good take by Shelby Armstrong. Has split time with Reese Winchester at second base here in March. Armstrong a .219 hitter, and here comes Kilgore on the off speed. Gets Armstrong watching, makes it 2-2. Armstrong was 0 of 3 against the Wingate Bulldogs earlier on in the week, trying to get a hit on the board here in this midway point in March. Rise ball too high again. Full count for Shelby Armstrong in her first at bat in this contest. Junior trying to come up big here for this Eagles team, and Kilgore misses high. 2 walks in a row from the Anderson pitching staff. Loads the bases for Carson-Newman in the bottom of the 7th. Tying run is at first base, winning run at the plate, and it's Malia Smith to try and clean things up here in the bottom of the 7th. Just the 3rd walk given up. And Smith will run through the first pitch as it comes into the zone. Makes it an 0-1 count. Bases are loaded. It's Walker at third base, Mathena at second, and Winchester at first. Or make it Armstrong, rather. And Kilgore comes to Smith. She almost beats out the throw, but an RBI there for Malia Smith as Sarah Walker comes in to score and makes this a 4-2 ball game. Tying run is at second base. Winning run at the plate, it's Abby Martin, who is 2 of 3 today. Martin grounded out to third base in her last at-bat, and that pitch at the eyes of Martin misses the zone for ball 1. One out on the board for the senior center fielder now. And she fouls one over the press box here at the softball complex. Makes it a 1-1 count. Outside corner and good for Kilgore. 1-2 to Martin as she didn't like the call. 2 hits for Martin in this ball game. Both have gone out to left field, a line drive into left, and then a ground ball up the left field line. Here comes the 1-2, and Martin watches it go by. It's too low, below the knees of the senior. Makes it 2-2 as this Carson-Newman dugout ramps up the pressure on this Anderson defense and pitching staff. Kilgore, the freshman, coming into a big spot here with the tying run at second base. Martin cuts on one, fouls it back, so she'll stay in the box. Words of encouragement coming from the hitters in the Carson-Newman dugout. This is most of them's first look at Kilgore, and Martin takes one right up the middle. A diving Davis makes the play at first base in time, but it's 4-3 as Mathena comes in to score. Winchester is at third base, and that brings up the first baseman, Macaulay Bailey. Big spot for the senior Macaulay Bailey. Trying to drive around Shelby Armstrong, who's at third base. She's still looking for her first hit of the day, and the first pitch from Kilgore misses too far outside. Ball 1 to Bailey. 2 outs on the board. Carson-Newman down by just a run, the tying run at third base. Next pitch comes in, and it's too far outside. Bailey watches the next one. 3 balls, no strikes to the senior. 49-game on-base streak in jeopardy here for Macaulay Bailey, but she's worked the count to 3-0. Looking to draw another walk, and she will. So Macaulay Bailey extends her on-base streak to 50 games. Works the 3rd walk of this inning from this Anderson pitching staff, and Coach Michael Graves will come in and have a conversation with the umpires, potentially looking for a pinch runner for Macaulay Bailey. Abby Martin jogging out to have a conversation with Gregory before she sees Kilgore for the first time, and it's going to be Lacey Keck to come in and pinch run for Macaulay Bailey. Tying run at third base, winning run at first, and it's Grace Gregory, the senior third baseman, at the plate. Shelby Armstrong is at third, Lacey Keck at first. First pitch from Kilgore coming in, off speed, below the knees of Gregory. The senior is slugging .558 this season. That's the highest mark on this Carson-Newman team. 1-0. This is low again. Carson-Newman trailing now by just a run in this bottom of the 7th. Trying to steal this one right out from the Trojans' noses. Same spot on that pitch from Kilgore. This one a called strike. Make it 2-1. 2 outs for Grace Gregory. Trying to come in big for her team. Off speed, in there for strike 2. Anderson loves it. Now Gregory with a 2-2 count. 2 outs on the board. Runners on first and third. Kilgore on the 2-2. Works the rise ball. It's a soft fly ball that is caught by Davis. And Kilgore works out of the pressure from Carson-Newman. The Eagles drop this first game of this doubleheader 4-3 after a 7th inning comeback. Comes up a little bit short. The Trojans a good job getting to Atiana Stamper early in this game. They put up 3 in the top of the first and add on to that lead in the top of the third. Carson-Newman with a run in the bottom of the 4th and then try and mount a 7th inning comeback, but weak contact drawn by the freshman Cora Kilgore puts this ball game away. We'll play one more here from the Vic, and we'll be right back here on the Eagles Sports Network for game number 2 of this doubleheader. But Carson-Newman falls to 22-8 and 3-4 in conference play, where Anderson improves to 20-5, I should say, on this season, and 6-1 in conference play. I'm Randa DeCrow. We'll be right back here in about 30 minutes time for game number 2 in Mossy Creek.